Hello, welcome back to Tarot by Lodestone Productions, where we help you discover your true north. I am Aditi, and this is a message for whenever this message reaches you, because Spirit is not bound to our time and space continuum, and so the only time by which we tell time is divine time. Dig what I'm saying? So, let us check our spiritual voicemail and see what's what. Shall we? Do let's. Here we go. So I was chatting with a stranger today and discussing the weather, things like that. That big weekend that I was referring to in yesterday's reading, yeah, it was a really big day. Lots of peopling, and with the peopling come the complaints about things, the weather, the economy, State of the Union, blah blah blah. And I don't like to talk about those kinds of things. I've never liked to talk about those kinds of things, um, mainly because it's not something that I could like effectively change. I can't do anything about the weather. I can't do anything about, politics and, all of that. Even like my views on politics are a little different than most, because, people still get worked up about those things, whereas I really don't. Yeah, I don't. But anywho, um, the act of complaining as a default, I've actively tried not to do that and tried not to be that for so long, um, that it gets a little exhausting sometimes, trying to redirect conversations towards things that are mm, a little more useful, you know, instead of just commiserating in pain. So why this is being brought up. Oh, yes, the weather, the weather, the weather. So I was speaking with the stranger about the weather, and they were complaining about the heat. And I was like, yeah, I really just appreciate the weather that Mother Nature wants to show us when she wants to show it to us. So it's June, it's Texas, it's going to be hot. In the wintertime, it gets cold. Sometimes we have freezes. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. It's going to do what it's going to do. I am just thankful that I am here and able to actually experience it instead of wasting precious time complaining about it, because I didn't have to wake up today. you know so anyway, let's see how this plays out with today's reading. Work through your fears, and the Ten of Pentacles. A win-win outcome is forecast with the King of Swords and the Five of Cups, and a time for healing with the Ten of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, and Seven of Pentacles. Okay. Um, so work through your fears, fear of success, imposter syndrome, things of the like, just walking in the fact that you are good enough. What? Walking in the fact that you're good enough, you don't say. Stop it. Stop it. Yeah, it's fabulous. Okay. Um, oh, with the new moon in Scorpio. So this may be something that has eluded you for a while. Um, Financial stability, that is. Um, and, okay. So complaining about things that you cannot control and wondering where that line ends, because sometimes things are just a way that they are for a season, right? And if you have been dreaming of the end of this season and it has not come to fruition, just wondering if you have been kidding yourselves with fits of grandeur, you know. Um, a win win outcome is forecast with the King of Swords and the Five of Cups. What I'm seeing with this is that regardless as to how it looks, you have been slated for success. You are going to know how to work around this and have it work for you and be successful in it. All right. Time for healing with the Ten of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, and Seven of Pentacles. Again, you are destined for happiness and success. Even if we're going down this path here, 10, King, 10, like there is a there is a very big win in here for you. It may take forever. It may not even look like it's a win right now, you know. And you also may be getting in your own way with your anticipation of how you think things are supposed to pan out. And I say that because the Seven of Pentacles is here. And sometimes that is a card of disappointment. You planted 7 seeds, you expected 7 plants, and you only have 4. Why? It's not what you banked on. It's not what you were expecting. And because you're not getting what you're expecting, now you have to make certain moves as you're waiting on the rest of these things to come in with the Knight of Pentacles. You got the Queen of Wands, Ace of Cups, Aeon, Page of Pentacles, High Priestess, and the Six of Wands. Be bold. Be bold and speak your merits out loud. Yeah, speak your merits out loud with the Queen of Wands. Own where you are and what you're doing with confidence. When you have spent so much time playing it safe, playing it small, and then you're being called to do something different than that. That's, yeah, it's scary. Very scary, right? But learn how to do it. Learn how to build up that confidence. Stand in your power and give yourself the credit that so many others around you have already readily given to you. You know, you don't always need to be the cheerleader for someone else. You can just be a cheerleader for you. With the Ace of Cups and the Aeon or Judgment, you are being dubbed as worthy by the divine. That's what I'm hearing. You it's It is decided that you have the power, the strength, and the humility required to be able to step into this leadership role in your purposeful path. You are ready. Oh, at the time of healing with the Page of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the Six of Wands, you've learned the things. You've learned the things and you've received the message. And now you have satisfied this requirement and you are granted access to a higher level of being. The Chariot, Five of Wands, Knight of Swords, the Fool, Ace of Pentacles, and the Nine of Wands. This fear of success. You have so much success in the wings for you. You've got a whole new way to go. You have a brand new way of thinking about yourself, and you have long-term stability. And this is all in the fears category. What if I fail? Oh, but what if you fly? The Chariot is a very potent card by itself, because it's that card of like transportation, transformation, being lifted out of a thing and placed somewhere completely different, right? And because it's not something that you can control, this is something that is controlled by spirit. Yes, there is an element of fear. I mean, look, the central figure is literally sitting on top of the car. You're not driving this. Jesse is not robbing this train. Okay? And that's fine because you're learning how to use your tools anyway, reflected by the Five of Wands and the Knight of Swords. Okay? You're learning how to work with this power, work with these gifts, work with these blessings, right? Um, learning how to push your weight around to make effective change without it being rough and choppy, with the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is, Tasmanian devil energy. It's just quick movements in a mess. It's the focus is literally right in the focus is in the moment. And the time for healing with the Fool, the Ace of Discs, and the Nine of Swords. You've done a very big reset. With this promotion, with this upgrade, is a very big reset with the Fool. I'm hearing New Attitude by Patti LaBelle. Got a new dress, new hat, brand new ideas, as a matter of fact. Yeah. With the Ace of Pentacles, and that's an opportunity that could very well lead to the 10. If you recognize it, grasp it, and work it. It could do big things for you. The Nine of Swords is up late at night, these tormenting thoughts, the conditions of my mental state are unacceptable. Yeah, you're coming out of this. You're coming out of this beating yourself up for the sake of beating yourself up because you're not perfect. Well, who is? Criminy. Who is? No one is. And you're learning slowly but surely how to show yourself some grace and allow yourself to actually be a student of life. Just because you've been here for a certain amount of times doesn't mean that you automatically get to these levels that you think you need to be in, right? Because again, you've only been on this planet this long that you can remember. And your path is not the same as the path of the person next to you. So you can't judge, like Frequency Phoenix 555 says, you can't judge a fish on its ability to climb a tree. You're learning how to show yourself some grace. Four of Wands, Justice, Two of Wands, Seven of Wands, the Hanged Man, and the Queen of Swords. You do deserve a solid foundation. Straight up, you deserve a solid foundation. And Spirit is trying to give it to you. Okay? Just take it. Just take it. You can do it. You most certainly can. With Justice and the Two of Wands with this win-win outcome forecast, whatever this opposition is with this Two of Wands, okay, I'm hearing stagnant. Oh, yeah, that's who's going to be disappointed. Being stagnant, complacency is going to be disappointed. Yeah, who wants complacency to win? When has that ever worked for anyone? Complacency? Yeah, no. Because justice is here. This is looking at your role and where you are right now. What decisions have you made? What decisions have you made to lead you to this? And owning it, having that accountability, right? Because when you have and express accountability for your actions, the only way to go is up. Just saying. And then a time for healing with the Seven of Wands, the Hanged Man, and the Queen of Swords. Oh, let me turn him around. I always do that with you. Okay. Seven of Swords, Seven of Wands, excuse me, Hanged Man, and the Queen of Swords. You have grown so much. And sometimes it's hard to recognize because of the work that you've been doing. You have been really mired down in whatever this was that you have been focused on for the last few years, that you really aren't aware as to just how much growth you have achieved, right? And now the Hangman is here, giving you an opportunity to kind of pause, turn around, and look back at where you were so that you can have a better understanding on where you're going to go. All right. And then you've got the Queen of Swords here, who is looking at the facts and tallying them up, but also with a very nurturing type of energy. Look, it is what it is. And these decisions were the decisions that were made. This is where we are. And so, what is the next plan of action? How are we moving forward from this? Are we taking this time to use this pause? Are we using this pause in the best way possible? Because again, the opposition to the Two of Wands is complacency. Even with the Hanged Man being the pause that it is not supposed to be a permanent state of being. We are not suspended in time and space because we are comfortable with lack. Queen of Swords is here letting you know that this pause is just that. It's a pause. These things that you fear the most want to be in your 3D life. Your success that you yearn for, yet are afraid of, is also yearning for you. You have done the work and you have been deemed worthy by Spirit, all here with this win-win outcome. Spirit knows your heart and Spirit knows how you want to be successful. It's here, right? And this healing period is intense yet very gentle because it is being facilitated by Spirit. Okay. Thank you for taking the time to hang out with me today. And until we meet again, remember to be good to yourselves and to each other. And I will see you next time. Bye now.